What's going on? It's preaching. So today is September the 30th, Tuesday, last day of the month. Just reflecting back on my 5th month under the new authority. This month was a bad month. This month was a bad month. The first month I thought was a bad month because my first load, I had problems. Problems with the trailer, my first month, and so getting started, getting going that first month, I thought was pretty bad. But this month of September, it was bad. I wound up spending about $7,500 in repairing maintenance on my truck and trailer. And the month is not even over with. And then when I did my pre-trip inspection this morning, I'm gonna need a trailer tire. They got chunks in the tread, some of the on the tread, they got chunks in it. There's no wire or anything like that showing, so I don't have to worry about, the tires not passing a DOT inspection. But because it got chunks in it, I just don't want to ride out like that because I just don't want a blowout while I'm out here on the road. So I'd rather go ahead and just take care of it. So I'm going to take care of this trailer tire today. So that 75, I'm going to turn up to about a little bit over 8,000 for this month in repair and maintenance. Then on top of that, I lost about $12,000 in revenue with my truck being down because of the repairs and maintenance on the trailer and on the truck, on top of all that. So right now, I'm only at a little bit over $17,000 for the month of September. Now, even if you still do the mileage, the cents per mile that I had averaged for that 1,700 is at 203 right now, and that's including the load that I have right now that I'm taking down. It delivers in the morning, 6 o'clock Wednesday morning, the first. So in the month in review, it was, I'm not going to even say it was a bad month. It just didn't produce like the previous 3 months had produced. So my first month got off to a rocky start, and then this month, I'm not going to call it a setback. I'm just going to say it just was business. It happens when you're inside the truck business. It just happens. You got to be prepared for it. You got to be ready for it, and you just got to get it done. That's why you have to save your money, get your money up, save your money, and be prepared just for things like this. Okay, so I was able to be prepared for things like this. I had people around me that kept me encouraged, even when I got a little depressed. About 2.5 hours, I had got a little depressed. I had to call on some of the elders in my church, and we prayed to get that spirit of depression off of me, because it was hitting me. You just paid $3,400 fixing the trailer, then you turn right back around a week later, and I got to pay $4,700 to fix the truck. And then with the trailer was down for 6 days. Yeah, 6 days the trailer was down. And my truck was down for 2 days, that because it was Labor Day weekend, it was down that whole weekend. So it's down from that Thursday all the way until Monday. Because I couldn't get loads. There was no loads nowhere, unless you want to drive 450 miles dead hit somewhere. It just wasn't there. So by the time you add all that stuff up, yeah, I lost all the revenue. I had loads booked for that weekend. Lost all that. But it happens in business, and you have to be ready for it. When people be like, well, $1,800, that ain't no money, that's a company driver. You're right. I'm a company driver for my company. You're absolutely right. I am a company driver for my company. Yep, and as a company driver for my company, I'm on salary for $1,800. But that's all I need for my bills, and for me to save money in my personal life, and for me to enjoy my personal life, with me being home mostly every weekend, sometimes every other weekend. All depends on what I feel like. I said before, when I go home, you know, I average about 55 to 58 when I go home for the month. You know, do I have some good weeks? Yes. I'm gonna post another video about when I came back from out of my house for the week, where you can do 6,000. I think that week I did 61, a little bit over 6,100 coming out of Florida for a week, and then going home. I'm doing what, 68, 6,700 going home. So you can have some. All right. Oh, sorry, I had a phone. So you can still be all right, you know. But I have to stay out now because I had all those breakdowns. So the month of October, the plans I had for the month of October has to change. This is why I do declining budgets. So when people ask me to do a decline, yeah, I do a declining budget. Because the declining budget shows the decline in your budget. That's why you do a declining budget, so you know how much money you was actually losing compared to how much money that you actually is bringing in. So if I'm losing this money, well, I got to start making a plan on how I can get that money back. And the only way I can get that money back is by me not going home every single weekend, but actually staying out so I can make more money, so I can put that money back that I just spent out in the money that I just lost. So I was planning on having a trailer by the end of this month, leading into October for the contract season I got. It's going to be for about 7 months. In reality, it's 6.5 months. That's the reality. It's 6.5 months. Because it starts the second week of October, and it goes throughout the whole month of April. But in April, it starts slowing down. In April. So what I mean by slowing down is if I have the second trailer, I can do 3 loads a week. But in April, when it starts slowing down, it'll go from 3 loads to only like 2 loads for the week. Right? But the only way I'm able to do the 3 loads is if I have another trailer, because they only load Monday through Thursday. It's the only time that they actually load. Right? So that's why I had to get this other trailer. Now, the plan was to get the other trailer, but because I had all these breakdowns in the month of September and the loss of the gross revenue because of the breakdowns, I don't have the money that I need to get this other trailer. Let me clarify that. I ain't said I don't have no money. I said I don't have the money that I need to get another trailer. I don't want to go out and spend $3,500 with $3,500 down. Well, it's $2,000 down, but then I also got down payment for the insurance for the trailer, and I'm not sure how much that's going to be. He gave me a rough estimate on how much the insurance would be for a trailer from 2019, costing about $1,700 of value, or like $1,900 of value. He gave me a rough estimate, but he don't know until he gets the VIN number of the trailer and all this other particular stuff. But it can be anywhere from $800 down to $1,200 down. So you add that to the $2,000, that's how you get 32. It could be $3,200 just in down payments. And then what if I love the box, but it needs some tires, or it has tires and they still pass DOT, but you know, within the next 4 or 5 months, you're going to need some tires on it. Well, I want to make sure that I have the money that I need to go ahead and get the tires put on the trailers. So I don't want to spend the money that I have inside my maintenance account and in my checking for all that, and then I can't do necessary work that I feel that is necessary for the trailer. He said, well, won't you just pick a trailer that don't need it? Well, you don't know until you get out there and you start looking at the trailers and you start analyzing the trailers. Not doing a pre-trip on the trailer. Pre-trip ain't gonna tell you nothing. Only thing the pre-trip gonna tell you is, okay, the brakes are not cracked, brakes are good, the tires are good, it's holding air. There's no air leaks. Cross members is good. Like all lights are working. Those would pre-trip tell you. But you have to really analyze, looking at the walls, looking at the roofs, looking at the wood, making sure there's no holes in it, closing the door so you don't see no lighting coming through. Make sure your door seals is sealing properly, and there's no light coming through when you close the door, and it's totally sealed. What's the condition of your hoses that you have up under there? So is it right or straight? So when you start pulling it, if it's pulling to the right, is it pulling to the left? Maybe it needs an alignment on it. Who knows? Does it slide correctly, like it's supposed to slide? Can you slide the tandems easily? How's the landing gear work? Do the landing gear go up and come down real easily, or do it needs to be greased or something so it's not so hard to put it all up? So you really got to look at everything when you're looking at the trailer and stuff. But if the box is good and stuff like the landing gear and stuff is good, I'm not going to pass up the trailer because it needs 2 tires or it needs 3 tires. So I just want to make sure when I go get it that I have the money that I need to do what I need to do with it. Because yeah, it can pass DOT, but before I put it and start using it, I need to make sure that it's 100% right? So I want to make sure I have enough money to do all that particular stuff, because a trailer tire is like, what, $500, $550 for a trailer tire per tire? Of course, you can find some for like $400. Yeah, you can find some for $400 and stuff like that. I mean, I know a place where I can get a tire for $400 each, brand new, for a trailer tire. But then they still gonna charge you $100-something just to put on that one tire. So you still got to pay for labor on top of all that particular stuff too. So month of September just been one of those, like, woo, man, breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. And then, like I said, then you're still not making any money while you're going through these breakdowns. So you have to be ready. You out here with your new authority, expect it to happen. Expect it to happen. Don't come out here and get your new authority and you don't have no money and thinking, I just run a little bit and then I can save up some money. I just need enough money to get started. No, you need more than enough money to get started. Because when you get started, you're only going to run with a couple of brokers. And then you can't listen to some of these other people. Oh, that's all you get. Well, that's all I got to choose from. What you mean? You acting like I don't know what I'm doing. You acting like I don't want to get better paying loads. But when you only can use like 3 brokers, and they know that you only can use them, why do you think they just gonna pay you all this here money? Where else you gonna turn to? They know you don't got nobody else to turn to, so they don't have to come up on you. They may come up a little bit, but they're not gonna come up on you. Where else you gonna go? They know this. That's why when people be saying things like that to me, I don't listen to them. That's the reason why I don't be caring about what people are saying. Because if you did it yourself, you will know. You booking your own loads. I'm glad you booking your own loads under somebody else's authority that has been established for years. And they got all these other, this dude straps, is barely on. He needs to retighten his straps. His logo will fall off. But that's what I mean by people just saying that. Okay, well, I know you ain't start off with your authority. I know you've been booking loads under somebody else's authority. Because when you know that these are the only brokers that you can sign on with when you start your authority, it is what it is. Every load you get ain't gonna be over $2, $2.10, $2.20 amount. It's just not. They're gonna be stuck at $1.84. Listen, do you want it or do you not want it? Because you can go somewhere else, but who you gonna go to? dealing with TKL, so now you got to go to C.H. Robinson. See if you find a loaf for C.H. Robinson. They're gonna get $1.84. They're gonna be at $1.84. They're gonna be at $1.90. They're gonna be at $1.76. Who you gonna turn to then? So you have to prepare for all this particular stuff. Prepare to not make as much money you want to make on these unloads. Prepare if you get a breakdown, you have money to fix your breakdown that you just got. Prepare for this things. Be ready. All these videos that you watch, then you get it, then now you're surprised because you can't get loads for what you was getting loads when you was signed on with somebody else under their authority that's already been aged and has a reputation. So you just got to know what you're getting into. So this month of September, it wasn't a surprise because it was bound to happen. I knew a breakdown was bound to happen. It was going to happen. I was going to have a big breakdown where I was going to come through and spend thousands of dollars. I knew it was going to happen. But I did everything when I first got this truck to make sure that this truck was 100% ready to go. And everything passed at that time. And the things that didn't pass, I had got fixed before I picked the truck up. The mechanic that looked at it and everything that he found was the same mechanic I had to fix every single thing. You know, so I did everything that I was supposed to do. But this truck lasted me 4 months before I had a breakdown, but I knew it was coming. So no, I'm not going to take the extra money that I was making. The extra money, I'm keeping inside my business. Why? Because I know it's going to be a big breakdown. It's bound to happen. Now, since my truck is fixed, there's still certain things I want to do to my truck. And I'm going to be planning that out between October and December. In December, they shut down for a week in December before Christmas. So they shut down December the 23rd, and then they don't reopen up again until January the 2nd. So throughout that time, I'm going to be on vacation as well. So while I'm on vacation, what I'm going to do at that particular point in time, put my truck in the shop and have them go through my whole truck again. Basically, I'm going to do another DOT inspections. So if my brakes are low, I'm going to need some brakes in a couple weeks. I have to go ahead and get it done now. Why? Because I'm on this contract and I got to do these loads. So I don't want things to happen while I'm on the road and I'm trying to fulfill this contract. So while it's in the shop, I'm going to go ahead and have them do it. Go ahead and have them change the brakes. Just go ahead and just get it done. I'm going to really, really evaluate my tires. Right? Especially my steer tires. I'm really going to evaluate them. Looking at them. If I start to see any cracks in the tread or anything like that, go ahead and replace my steer tires. And take my used steer tires, and those are going to be my backup tires. So I have an extra spare tire from one of my steer tires. So if another trailer tire goes out or anything like that, well, guess what? I already have a tire that I can change it to. And I got some brand new steer tires, so I'm not worried about my steers because I don't want the steer tire to go out. That didn't happen to me before, and I almost hit a concrete wall. It was very scary because the truck just started going inside that direction with me. But you have to be ready. So I wasn't surprised when it hurt. I got a little depressed. I called on some elders. We prayed, get that spirit of depression off of me, and we was good to go. I was good to go. I was energized again. I was ready to go. Got it fixed. Lost a lot of money because my truck was down between my trailer and my truck being down, and then not being able to get the loads. We're talking about almost 2 weeks of September. My truck was down, and I spent over $7,500. And now today's the 30th. Now, if you include the trailer tire that I gotta get today, well, it's gonna be over $8,000 that I just spent this month. But you have to be ready for it. You do. You have to be ready for it. I can't get the trailer right now because I'm trying to keep a certain amount of money inside my maintenance account just in case something happens. I still got money to fix, so it's not a smart business move just to go out and go get a trailer right now. So I'm gonna run the month of October And then in November, I will get a trailer. So the month of October, I'm planning on getting this trailer. So I'm just going to save $1,000 just for the trailer for the whole month of October. So when it hits November, I got $4,000 now that I can put towards getting this a trailer and make sure that this trailer is good. So each month, at the end of the month, I go over how much I made, which is just a little bit over $17,000 that I made for the month of September. And I start my plan for the month of October. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. So when I get home, I'm going to do my budgets. I'm going to do my declining budgets. I'm going to put everything up in there to make sure that I'm going to be geared towards hitting all my budgets and hitting my goals each week. That's why I do a declining budget. So if I don't reach it, I know how much off I am, and I try to do better. So when I'm done with the week on Saturday with this unload, I know whether I can go ahead and just take the rest of the day Saturday off, or should I go ahead and get a same day load on Saturday to get me up where I need to be at, right? They have same day loads on Saturdays, where it's just basically water loads. You're going from Niagara to like Walmart, or going to Winn-Dixie, or taking it straight to like Sam's Club, things like that, right? You pay about $500. So that's what I mean. I do a declining budget, and now if I'm meeting my goals for the week and I'm where I need to be at, I don't need to pick up that extra load. I'm done by 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. It's an hour ride back to my house. I can just chill out for the rest of the day Saturday. Spend time with my family Saturday and Sunday, right? But if I see that this didn't happen or this is going on, I'm going to go ahead and get myself a load for that Saturday. Why? Because I need the revenue. Because I didn't reach it last week for some particular reason. If I had a tire blowout, even if I do got the spare, you still got to pay like another, what, $120, $135 for somebody to put it on. So if I see things like that, then yeah, I'll go ahead and pick up one of those loads. Because I need to make sure I maintain the debt and I'm able to save the $1,000 a week that I need to get this in trailer in the month of November. So I'll just go over the game plan. But looking back on my 5th month, no, it really wasn't a good month. You know, but I made the best of it. Prepared for it, had the money for it. That's a lot of money that you're kicking out. Lots of money that you're kicking out. So yeah, man, you have to be ready for it. You know what you're doing. You always got to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, get somebody to help you, to teach you how to do it. And be ready. Be ready for the unknown. All right? Y'all stay blessed. Be vigilant. Keep pressing towards your mark.